had a sugar daddy. The first hour I met my sugar daddy, he like Venmo'd me $2K, bought me that sweatsuit, which was probably like, I think that was like $1,000. Yeah. And I was like, this is the life.
I just made a profile.
Oh, I'm seeking arrangements?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're gonna be a hit.
I have no idea what I'm doing
Wait,
here.
you just made a seeking arrangement?
That's what you were all quiet for?
Yeah. That's not a bad idea for an app.
Nikki.
An app called
Hate
Done with
Wiener?
Done with Dick.
Done with Dick.
Yeah, it'll just be old rich lesbians, and that's it. They're just
rich.
women who are done with dick.
You're listening to Joey Joy Radio.
Who do we got on the checkered couch today?
We got Nicole Doyon.
That's my intro?
Why'd you say it like that?
Yeah.
I thought it was weird too.
I know. I thought he was gonna like say some other shit.
No, so Nicole.
You usually call me Nikki.
I do call you Nikki, but you said everyone else calls you Nicole. No. And I'm trying to speak to people that don't know you on a personal level yet.
My TikTok handle is Nikki.
Oh, is it Nikki?
They know me as Nikki.
Wait, just at Nikki?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna
it's
say.
my name, but it's Nikki.
No, she's busted at Nikki.
She's busted.
That'd be heat.
No.
No, yeah. So Nikki she kind of grew her TikTok following somewhat recently. What, 2 years?
Like 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. So I want to say I definitely met you before, right? Mm-hmm. Before you really started doing TikTok at all. Mm-hmm. Then TikTok did it for you. So now Nikki has like almost 500,000 followers on TikTok.
24 million likes on TikTok.
24 million likes on TikTok.
That's insane.
That's 20.
That's 24 million likes than I've ever had.
Did you know that? 24 million likes?
Yeah.
Or no, you didn't know. Oh, you knew that?
No, I know.
Do you keep up with that kind of stuff?
No.
Do you keep up with the metrics, or do you kind of just organically?
No, I don't look at that stuff.
That's
it gives
cool.
me anxiety.
Nah,
I get that.
Numbers can get you.
I'll start to like hyper fixate on it. But I do have to, and I'm the worst. Like my poor managers, every like month I have to send them screenshots of like my analytics, and I'm like screenshotting, like not looking. I'm like, here, send it over. But
all these companies want the analytics.
Did they ever tell you though? Did they ever look at your analytics and be like, you need to tone it up, you need to do this, you need to do that?
No, they don't tell me how to
based on the numbers?
No, they don't tell me how to like run my platform. But obviously like I run a very female based audience. So if there is something where they're noticing like my female audience go down, they'd probably be like, what are you doing? Like why are we getting a lot of male viewers? Yeah, like
showing a little more booty.
Too many thirst traps. What's going on? Yeah.
Well, I was curious because like you guys obviously know each other. I'm not super familiar. I'm not like I said, I'm not on TikTok. I have like 2 followers. I don't even go on it.
2's a lot.
It's actually
more than none.
It's actually 34.
Okay.
I don't keep track of it.
You sold yourself short.
I know. But you're also on OnlyFans?
No.
Used to be. Okay. So
yeah, retired.
How long ago was that?
OF model. Probably like just under a year ago.
Just under a year ago. Was there any particular reason why?
Why what?
Why you left OnlyFans? You decided
well, let's talk about why you started it.
Yeah, I feel like we should
work backwards. Work backwards.
Oh, we're gonna work backwards.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
She's popping on TikTok right now. Which to align the story, did you quit OF because TikTok was blowing up, or was it the opposite?
No, I think OF really had nothing to do with TikTok. OF has to do with the fact that...
Did you OF before you really started to gain traction on TikTok or no?
That's what I mean.
Yeah. No, I started doing OF like probably when I moved, like a year after I moved to Miami. And that's part of it. I think like everybody has an OnlyFans, or can I even say OnlyFans? I don't know if they're going to be weird about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some things are weird about it. Okay.
That's fine.
In Miami, like it's very normalized. Like it's not
super
weird. So I think when you're exposed to it so much, it's kind of like, well, am I being like left behind? Should I be doing something? Should I do that? Because it's also, you see these girls like making so much money off of it, and it's like, okay, well, I'm like doing, like I'm, have my TikTok, I get my brand deals, but it's like I'm not making that amount of money, but like I could.
Easier money than
like that. It's so easy money always sounds appealing. So I think like I got a little bit lost in that, and the fact that like it was so normal, and like no shame to having an OnlyFans. Like obviously I had one. I think like as women there's an empowerment aspect of that. Like you have a body, like use it, like make money off of it, sure, like be proud of that,
like if it's so desirable, like
yeah, I mean, like you're only hot once. Like I would never shame somebody who has
you'll be hot when
an
you're
only
old.
no, I'll be hot when I'm old
what do you
too,
mean
but
you're only
like
hot once?
you're right, and
Come
there's
on.
you know what,
I don't
and
think
there is a
that's
niche for that, and I'm sure like there's the older women on it too. You could just show your toes on OnlyFans, like
100%.
whatever, like you
There's
know,
so
cougar
much
OnlyFans, whatever.
There's so much on OF that you don't even know about.
Yeah, but I just think like for me it was like I could see myself getting, where do you draw the line?
Where did you draw the line?
Well, so it was kind of like
Did you show butt cheeks?
I showed butt cheeks.
Did you show butthole?
She might have.
Like I guess if you bend over, you can see a little butthole. Well, like you know,
so yes.
like those thong strings
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
really,
yeah.
you know, show
Minor
much.
butthole,
But
maybe.
yeah, small butthole.
Better than a big one.
I don't know. I guess it depends on who wants the butthole.
Some of
All
our
right,
other
back.
Okay,
So
this
the-
is not
so
where
the
the
line-
conversation.
No.
Some of our other guests.
So the line was drawn somewhere around butthole.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I think like again, it's like okay, like you're making, and that's why you have to make sure you're with the right person, doing with the right person, because obviously I'm not managing it, I'm not looking at it, so it's also that was the aspect too that I didn't like. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
what is
also
this
you're
person?
giving all these pictures to somebody like
Yeah.
that will have them for the rest of their
Well, there's
life.
someone-
Probably.
yeah,
your
someone
manager
that I have-
has those for the rest of their
It's
life.
someone I have to trust, and like I think it was just like I forget where I was going with that one.
We'll cut around it.
Oh, it was just like him, like the guy who was like, it was a guy who was like managing me, which was fine. Like I trusted him, but it was just kind of like, okay, well, will you do this for this amount of money? Will you do this for this amount of money? Like just a little bit more. Like it's not a big deal. Like do this, and it was just kind of like watering down how big of a deal it actually was, and things that I wasn't comfortable with. And then it came to a point where somebody, like a fan, like emailed my manager, because my like email is in my bio, and like said something about like my content, like basically trying to like blackmail me and like get money like from that. And
Wait, hold on. Let me get this right. So somebody that was on your OnlyFans like went to your Instagram, found your management's contact, and had your content from OnlyFans, and was saying like, I'm gonna do something with this unless you. Okay, keep going.
And so that was just uncomfortable for the both of us, and for her to like be like, hey, like I need to talk to you about something, and you know, whatever. And that just didn't make me feel good. I was like, I don't want my managers to see that. And then it made me like, it kind of made me realize like,
what came out of that? You guys, like, what do you?
Nothing.
How do you
we just
handle
ignored it, just blocked
Oh, you
it,
just
like
didn't even
just ignored
respond.
it, didn't do anything with it. But then it came.
Yeah, what could they do? Like,
I mean,
a lot of times they're like empty threats.
Yeah, like, and I don't even know how. Honestly, I don't even know how OnlyFans work that stuff, like the back end of it. Like, can you screenshot? Like, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, me either.
So, and that's scary. Or someone could, like, even if you can't screenshot, you can take a picture of a picture.
Oh,
like,
you can.
You know? So, okay, there we go. So that made me start to feel really uncomfortable, because I was like, even if I, like, you know, OnlyFans has whatever rules implemented, it doesn't mean that people can't skate around those.
Sure.
And so then I start thinking like, okay, if this were to ever surface online, how would that make me feel? And I was like, that's not what I want for my career. That's not what I want for my brand. And that's not what I see for myself. And like the end goal, like my end goal is not to be an OnlyFans model. Like my end goal is to have a podcast and to like build a brand. And I was just like, this is a waste of my energy and my time that I'm pouring into this. I'd rather be pouring my energy and time into something that like is going to get me to my end goal.
Which is a great freaking transition.
Oh.
We're talking to one of the top freshman co-hosts of the year. Joining myself.
Wait,
you
what?
started a podcast.
Oh, me. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, I tuned out for a second.
I was like, wait, who's about to walk in?
We were fixing something with video. What happened?
About you.
Thank you.
Come
Okay,
on,
yeah. Yeah, so once I was able to like free up more of my time and start putting energy into something that like added value to my life and that I actually really cared about, like it felt good. And I was like, and I was like,
OnlyFans was not fulfilling.
There's no fulfillment, and there's no price on me like reaching my like goal in my career. And I was just like, I would rather be making $0 than be making $1 million doing OnlyFans.
Was that so? I'm not at that point yet. So
you haven't reached that enlightenment.
I'm not there yet. But was this enlightenment part of your Did this go into the decision making on moving to LA from here? Because Miami is the OnlyFans capital of the world, I think.
It is.
No.
It is, right?
Is it
I think
actually?
statistically,
It is,
like, the most per capita OnlyFans creators, like, on the planet.
I think, like, I was making a lot of excuses for myself, and I thought that Miami didn't support my goals and my dreams, and I thought that I was getting really complacent here. I think, like, in Brickell, obviously, like, if you know what Brickell is, it's just like this small, like, college town type of bubble. You walk around and I see Joey 10 times a day, like, you know, like, you know everybody, and I just felt like I wasn't pushing myself. I wasn't getting out of my comfort zone. And in LA,
I feel that way.
people are, like, working, like, I would have major, like, competition there, and I'm not, like, afraid of that. Like, I want that. I want to be around the people who are the best and doing those things. And so I was like, I think I need to go to LA to, like, do that. And I've always wondered about LA. Like, a part of me had always wanted to move there. And I'm, like, the type where if I had an idea in my head, like, I need to do it. Or else, like, I will hyperfix. I'll be like, well, what if? And I wanted to just not have any doubts. So I moved to LA. And I did get the push to, like, start my podcast there. Because I was around people who were doing so much. And I felt like I need to do more.
Mm-hmm.
But then I realized that I don't need to be in LA I'm not willing to sacrifice my happiness for my podcast. And I was just like, I can be happy and do my podcast in Miami. So I'm coming back.
Shout out to her podcast, by the way. New episodes every Tuesday.
Yes. Thank you. Girl
Let's
Therapy.
Girl Therapy.
That's your day. Tuesday.
Yeah.
You've been running
Tuesday's
Tuesdays.
my
You've been
day.
running Tuesday
I know. I got to
questions
start
for a
spreading
minute.
that out. So
Tuesday's
Wednesdays.
your day.
Yeah.
Club's going up. No, I mean, you know me. We've had a lot of conversations over the past, like, couple of years about, like, what
No.
are you laughing about?
No, I'm
What's
just,
she laughing about?
I'm just laughing.
About moving to LA. You know,
Yeah.
I battle with that,
Yeah.
like, every day. Like,
Yeah.
shit. Like, doing what we do, it's almost like,
Mm-hmm.
to a lot of people outside looking in, I think it's a no-brainer. Like, yeah, go to LA, you know?
Yeah.
But I think
But not for you, because you didn't go to LA.
that's
Dual life, though.
so-
What about a dual life? There's things that
Yeah.
are offered here that are not offered there, vice versa.
Dude, you see where I'm living and where
Yeah.
I've been staying. Like, I haven't came to the point where I want to sacrifice. Like, I have real friends that live like blocks. You know what I mean? My
Yeah.
roommate I've known since I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
Like, I've known Rob since I was middle school. Like,
Yeah.
I've known a bunch of these kids, and then have made a good group of real friends that aren't in our world. You know, they're not in our world. They don't
Yeah.
do social. They barely do social media. They're just like, they just do it because they got to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I battle with, because I think it makes it difficult for me to get on the wavelength of creating content like we're doing right now. I need to do more of this stuff because no one around me is doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, LA, you fall into it without even meaning to. Like, you walk around and people are like, oh, I have a podcast today, let's film it. Oh, Joey, getting this TikTok quick. It's like this quick, like anything. You go out somewhere, you're getting in, and that's business for us.
Yeah.
That's work for us.
Yeah.
I don't do that as much here. But when I stay in LA for too long, I start to feel like a little bit like, and it's weird because I've never even felt homesick, like never college, like going anywhere. But it's like almost like, okay, like a bunch of people around me that I'm having fun. It's a good time, but it's not like your people. Do you know what I mean?
No, I get it.
And
like,
there is a couple good people in LA, but I will say, I think everyone would agree, people in LA a little like shady for the most part.
yeah, I think it's like a little bit more saturated in that.
Not that Miami doesn't have fucking shady people.
there's good
what I
people
mean?
and bad people everywhere. There's like shit people everywhere. There's
Yeah.
good people everywhere. Like at the end of the day, if you're a genuine person, you're gonna attract genuine people and surround
Yeah.
yourself by genuine people as well. And in LA, I just feel like a lot of people are takers and they
Yeah.
want to just
That's a good way to put it.
collaborate
Takers,
and
yeah.
see what they can, get out of you for, a viral clip. And that's
What's crazy about it is you feel the same way almost. Do you know what I mean? Like what? Not in a what's the word? Not like in a mean way.
no,
but
it's not in a
the
mean
same way.
way.
In like as much as you want to be with somebody, like you're like, ooh, I need to make content. You know what I mean? Everyone's kind of on the same wavelength. It's like a strength and a weakness. You know what I mean? It's like a pro and a con, that everybody's on the same way and everybody wants the same thing, but almost to a fault where like people will step on you to get to
exactly
where they need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think like going out there, like you said, how you're not surrounded by other content creators, so like you don't find yourself creating as much content or as inspired. And I started to feel like not as inspired, and like it is really easy content to like collaborate with other people, but like I realized that I don't want to be just like the person who's collaborating with people to like get clout. Like I am my own brand. I'm my own person. Like I want to be the person that people want to collaborate with.
Yeah.
Like I don't need other people to make my content. Like it's just me. I grew my TikTok just me. So I don't need other people. Like, and yeah, I just like, I do like the aspect where I go out, it's very normalized to be like filming, you know, let's make content together. Like it's not like I'm ruining anybody's day, like whatever. But like my friends are always like very supportive. If I need them to film something for me, they will. But, and that's why like I do have a few friends who do content, and it's nice to have people who understand that. But it's also nice people who aren't doing the same thing as you. Like I don't want to just be surrounded by influencers or content creators. Like I want to know, right? Like I'm so boring and annoying and like into myself.
Do you think in a way that when you started your podcast, it was almost like a therapy session for you?
Well, my TikTok is a therapy session, and that's why it turned into that, because I was just sharing my like life and the good, the bad, the ugly, the messy, this like all of it. And I have no problem putting my shit on the internet, on the line, because I'm just like that in general. Like I'll open up to anybody. I think I'm really good at being vulnerable to a fault almost.
Yeah.
And
Wait, is there something there that we don't know about between you two?
Nah, we talked about it. I said it was so impressive how like open you were just publicly on your
and
like she let it. I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't have consumed much of Nikki's content, but
I did.
What's that mean?
Like
I'm not on TikTok.
Okay.
34 followers.
God, he probably doesn't watch like makeup videos.
You could be a silent watcher.
Actually, I don't know. You might watch makeup videos, right? I got some today.
I don't. I got a person for that.
Yeah, Marissa watches the.
Shout out, Marissa.
The makeup videos. She's like, don't fucking say
She's been doing the boys touch up.
No, but I swear to God, watched it from Ground Zero, I think. I was one of the people that watched it from Ground Zero.
Yeah.
Literally like, maybe like Mitch, like 34 followers. Started putting her makeup on, like thousands of followers. Like she was just like talking putting her makeup on. Like,
there's something really inspiring about that.
Yeah.
Like just starting from ground zero,
nothing.
Literally starting from nothing, just the leap that you have to take, the time investment that you have to put into that to get to where you are. It's like, it's almost what do you call it? It's almost discouraging.
It is discouraging.
For you know what I mean?
We were talking about that. I was like, there's
creators.
people around you. There's that weird gap where like when you start making content and everybody's like,
what is this?
Like, what the fuck? Like, you're a loser. Like, what are you doing?
It's
like,
just
blah, blah,
weird,
blah, blah, blah.
But if you
and then you start to gain it, then you pass that, then it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could do that, blah, blah, blah. But it's that weird little, it's like when you're growing out your hair.
I was just going to say that when you're growing out your hair, it's the weird in between phase where you're wearing a hat. But you can't fucking wear a hat in this situation. You just got to own it, embrace it, and hope you come out on the other side successful.
Yeah. I mean, like, I look back at some of my first TikToks and I'm like, oh my God, they're fucking cringe. They are horrible. Like, practice does make perfect. I think people see my videos now and they're like, oh, you're like, natural, you're this or that. And I'm like,
you look at your outfits and I'm like,
don't scroll to the bottom of my
feed.
I'm
literally like, or do like, honestly, I stand by those videos. They made me who I am. And like,
that's cool.
People relate to that stuff. And that's why, like, going back to the therapy session, like my podcast and everything, it was like, girls were relating to what I was saying, and everybody like I don't care. Like I think like people would judge me, right, and be like, oh, like whatever, you're going back to him or you're doing that or that. And it's like, you guys are doing that too, but you're not blasting it on the internet. I know everybody's done that. Everybody's doing some shady shit like that you're not proud of. I'm just sharing
you're
it
just
to
getting
make it
judged
normal
because it's on a screen and you're a public person. That's and everybody's going.
Everyone
through
should get to that point. Like what's really cool, if you want to talk about like bigger picture aspect, I would say like the cancel culture.
Don't get me started on cancel culture.
What do you know about
it came on really hard.
I think it's such bullshit.
And then it kind of like, it's almost anti-cancel right now. Like, I'm serious. Like comedians, it's almost like,
I feel like
say it's like push it.
Comedians have
and then
like
if you
taken
can't
the power
take
back.
it, it's almost like don't listen to comedy. You know what I mean?
Comedians have taken that power back.
Everybody's kind of, so it's almost like a balance. Like before it was like touchy.
But you know what too? You know what I've learned
now? It's like everybody has something
over the past couple of years. I've learned, and like I've said this, and hopefully you'll remember this. You can never get canceled unless you allow yourself to be canceled. A lot of people just fold under whatever that is, under that backlash of whatever. Just stand by whatever you did, or you know.
But I will say, like, there was a point where I was getting sometimes their videos will land on the wrong For You page. Sometimes I land on male TikTok, like, you know, whatever, and they'll comment nasty shit. And like, it came to when, and even girls sometimes are nasty. Girls are nastier than guys sometimes. And I was like, should I not be sharing this? Should I not? And I kind of lost myself for a little bit, and I was like not sharing things. And I like was like, I was like, I don't know what to talk about. Like, I feel like, do I not have a lot to offer anymore? Like, I was just like, does it always have to be some crazy story? And I think like I started to hold back a lot, and my followers started to engage less. And then I started to get into like, oh, my followers don't care about me. Like, and it put me into like a really weird place. And it's taken like actually a little while for me to like, you know, be myself again.
You broke the first rule. Don't never read the comments.
Yeah. I like to engage though. Like I want my followers to like feel like they know me, and they do. Yeah. Like they do know me. They probably know me like better than a lot of people in my life. Yeah. So that's like why I wanted to do it. Like I want to have a good community. I get
that. Yeah, you do always run the risk of sliding down that slope of like the whole negativity, you know. You're going to see negative comments no matter what.
Yeah.
You could be the most loved person in the world. You're going to have negative comments.
Yeah.
It's tough.
You know you made it when you have haters.
Yeah, it's true.
That was weird. I remember my first little taste of that.
That was
my
weird.
First little taste.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like little taste of hate.
Yeah.
Taste of
hate. I feel like you take hate really well, actually.
Yeah. No, it was fine. It was just weird. Like how people could be so invested in like a relationship they don't even know anybody. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was almost confusing to.
I was because I mean, the TV show I was on, I was almost like set like an alley-oop, like the way I came in to like be such a great like knight in shining armor, like the girl I ended up getting with was like something bad happened. You know what I mean? It was such like a Joey's good guy, so then everyone was like Team Joey, blah 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 blah, and then relationships end. You know what I mean? Relationships end.
Yeah.
And then it goes like 500,000 people DMing you every day, like kill yourself and shit. You know what I mean? Like like you douchebag, you idiot. And obviously it's like you don't take it to heart, but it's like mind blowing how people could like
keyboard warriors
say that.
Everybody's so safe behind their
but it's not even
device.
that. It's like the point to like you would care enough to say something like that to somebody. That
like whenever I get a negative comment, I think like, what mental state would I have to be in to like sit on my computer and like maybe think something, but then to like type it out and like hit send and then be like, like
the fact that you took the time to actually do that.
I mean, there's obviously levels to it. Like I don't know, like look like Kardashians and shit. Like you look at like Travis Barker. It's like I'm like, oh my god, like how could a fucking Kardashian like what are they think like? But and then I get to talking about it and it's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like who cares who the Kardashian? You know what I mean? Like why would I take any bit of real estate in my brain to think about who Kourtney Kardashian is dating?
I think that it's like a win. It's like I probably was in your brain for like a very long time. If you were thinking about me today for like 10 seconds and you don't even know me,
I was.
I mean, yeah. Okay, that's not weird.
Well, sorry.
We all were.
And a little bit last night.
Yeah.
Well, last night, definitely.
You were checking the Instagram.
I was. I had to know who I was talking to. But no, I get what you're saying. I mean, some celebrities too, or not even celebrities, but people in the public eye, like in this space on TikTok, whatever, call them celebrities. They thrive off some of this negativity too. Like they're what's the saying? Any press is good press.
Any press is good press. All press is good press.
That's insane.
That's what I'm not good at being the villain.
Some people are meant to be the villain.
Like bro, Jake. Literally king villain, and he's not even a bad guy, like in my opinion. I don't know.
I actually like him.
Not. I don't know, Mo.
I like respect him.
How could you not?
Yeah.
The guy goes through fucking boxing training camp.
It's intense.
Like real boxing training camp.
Yeah.
Like, and if you've ever done a work, like you know, but he plays the villain so well, and that's not a characteristic I have. I don't have that. I like being liked.
Yeah.
I love being liked. I love being liked.
Let's unpack that.
What?
I mean, like,
I like being liked.
Yeah.
I think most people do, though. I think that's normal.
But do you need I think if you're constantly seeking that out, you're never going to feel good about yourself. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Because then what? You're just living so other people are.
Yeah, you're appeasing other people. You're worried about what everybody thinks about you. You're like not doing things because you want to do it. You're doing things because you are worried about how.
There's a happy balance though. Like I think you can only go so far with like don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about you. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone like function and like that whole thing of like wear fucking whatever you want outside and fucking.
That's dangerous.
Shave your eyebrow. Like be you. Like.
Yeah.
I mean,
you have to
whatever.
be
That's not hurting me.
Like I think there is a balance because like if you want to thrive in an environment where, you know what I mean? Like people, if you want to be kind of taken seriously, like. But there's a fuzzy line, like you know
that's
what I mean.
How
like you don't have to wear a suit.
You
like you don't have to wear a suit.
Happy balances.
It's like silent understandings between people, kind of. You know what I mean?
Human nature.
Or like you need to like no, you should not let it consume your whole being.
No,
what other people
it shouldn't
think
be
about
your
you.
identity.
But other like it makes you feel good when other people think highly of you.
Yeah,
I think that's okay not to deny, right?
Yeah, I think highly of myself, so. I think other people
taking it to an unhealthy obsession, though. I think we can all
of
agree that.
Of course.
Like I think that isn't that.
I think that's just like if your ego right. I'm like, I was trying to if your ego is getting too big, like I think like staying humble.
Little narcissism's healthy.
Little narcissism.
A little bit.
I mean, you have to think like
There's definitely a line. There's definitely a balance. I don't think you've crossed the line.
Anybody? No.
How about you know?
On me. I don't think he's crossed the
healthy
line.
balance. But
we got to keep him in check, though. You know.
Yeah.
One more TV show and
humble him. Exactly.
He's gone.
One more fucking viral
I remember.
podcast.
Wait, actually, speaking of humbling, well, me and Joey met like when I first moved to Miami.
Yeah.
And I knew who he was obviously from like the television show, but I didn't want him to like know I knew who he was from the television show.
Of course not.
And he was like, we were just talking. He's like, oh, like what do you do, whatever. And I was like, what do you do? And he's like, oh, like. I mean, I just like got off this show and I was like, oh, what show? And you were like, oh, like Too Hot to Handle. You're like, you don't know like who I am? And I was like, no, I mean, like I know who you are, but
no,
just
please
had to
tell
like
me.
humble him for a
Tell
quick
me who you are.
moment.
I wasn't a douchebag. Like
no,
I was
you
like,
weren't.
no, I was on a TV show.
I thought you were gonna be a douchebag.
No, of course
yeah.
not. I wasn't raised like that. But
get that.
So this year you lived in LA for like a year?
No.
Less.
Yeah.
All right, relax.
God, do your research.
You
You thought I was gone for a year? No, I
don't know. I was blocked in between. Like,
you were blocked probably for like a year. No, I moved there like 5 months ago.
That's it?
Mm-hmm. Time flies. Yeah, well, I like when my lease ended, I did a month in Italy, and then I went.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So it's been like 6 months since I've been back in Miami.
Anybody you met in LA that you knew like prior, like not actually know in LA, but then you met in LA in person, like somebody you knew of it.
Like somebody I knew who lived in LA and then like met them.
Well, not live in LA, but like social media people that you knew of that you met in LA that you were like
people that you had seen for a while just through a screen, and then you finally like maybe got to network with them or collaborate with them. Or
I didn't really like collab with anybody. Like I have gone out and like, you know, seen people that I'd only ever seen online, and it is a little bit weird and like
anybody you were shocked by, like looked tall or short or looked like fat or skinny. Just violate somebody for me.
No. I do think like everybody looks a little bit different off screen. I will say that. But like,
did anybody look better off screen than they did on screen? That's a weird thing.
That's always the goal.
If you ever see that, that's weird.
Weird.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen somebody who looks better in person?
I swear to God, I like to think I look better in person.
So do I. I'm like, I think I translate better like in person. The narcissism's coming out.
Check him.
Someone humble him.
I think in person.
I think you.
I look at pictures of myself and I think it doesn't. Maybe
I think you have a good personality, and that
objectively, I think it's a good.
Maybe that could help. Maybe the energy boosts it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you're
ugly on my Instagram.
I think you're a fair comparison in real life.
Yeah, I look pretty
so.
same.
I think so.
Oh, that's good. That's good though.
Yeah,
that's solid.
Not better, not worse. How about me?
Solid. What about her?
Do me.
I didn't really get to stalk you.
You were on my Instagram. What do you mean? Pull it up right now.
I don't think I.
All my home friends, Mitch.
Yeah.
Every single one of my best friends from home. Nikki's a hit. They love Nikki. Everyone.
I love
Doyon. How do you even say it? How do you say it?
Doyon.
That's how I say it.
I could be saying it wrong.
You're saying how you say it.
Don't know because everyone says Doyon.
No, they exaggerate it. They love it though. They think you're a hit. I think it's because the one day, not one day, but one weekend I was out of town, and they were all visiting. Yeah. And you guys like went out and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You killed it. You must have.
I made a good impression.
You killed it. Yeah. I don't know what you did.
I don't know.
Like if they're pissed, you moved to LA. Oh, you moved to LA.
I know. They're like, come back. They
were pissed. And then I told you, Rob told me right away. One of my best friends, Rob, told me right away. See Nicole Doyon's moving back. I was like, what do you mean?
They're more hype than you. All right, what do you think? What's the verdict?
I think yes.
Better in person?
I was gonna say the same.
Oh, the same.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
That's like what you want.
I think that's a goal. Yeah.
Like
I don't think one way or the other.
Or anything.
I don't think you want to look bad.
I think
on
no,
Instagram.
exactly. I'd rather look worse on my Instagram than I do in person. That's what I don't get about these girls who Facetune like whatever. They're like, you don't look like that, and people are gonna know you don't look like that.
Yeah.
How about you? Who's who's someone that
Yeah.
you've seen who looks like completely different than they did on Instagram, and you're like, did I just get catfished?
So I met Josh Richards.
I saw him too. He looked a lot different in person.
So he's a lot taller than I thought
really
he was.
tall.
He's like my height. He's like
Really
6'3".
tall and
he's
skinny.
Like, he's height. He's tall. He's tall.
I think he's taller than you. I don't know actually, but he was really skinny.
No, we're like, I don't know, he might be taller, but we're about the same height. He's tall. He's tall, a lot taller than I thought he was. First time I met him was so drunk, and I like helped him get to his Uber. Like, didn't even really have an interaction. Second time, acted too cool for school. Like, Chicken Fry was there, and Chicken Fry's my girl, which is she is fucking too cool for school nowadays.
Really?
Like, I mean, not towards me specifically, but she's lit. She's dating Zach Bryan and everything.
Yeah. I don't know her, but like I feel like I'd be best friends with her.
Nah, you'd love her. She's great. She's a girl's girl. Like, she's a homie. Like, chill with her. She's cool. And O'Malley, her best friend, I don't know if you know.
Yeah, no, I don't know her, but I like
Grace.
feel like
Grace is cool. Grace is cool.
Too. Yeah.
Both of them. I've been on her podcast a couple times.
Yeah.
But what's that name?
People who look different.
Oh, Josh, not look different. Josh was long story short, Josh was an asshole. Okay. Second time, like not like whatever. Thinks he's too cool for school.
Yeah. I think a lot of them do.
Bryce Hall, on the other hand, he shocked me. I was assuming douchebag. Sick, great time with him. Still follow each other. Like, still
I feel like
fucking
he
DM
turned
each
a
other.
leaf. I feel
like he's, and then I changed my. And you asked Ferry, my roommate, James. You ask him who was his biggest shock favorite. He goes Bryce Hall. He was lit. We had a table with him and one day in LA and ticket shots. Ferry loved him. Bryce Hall.
I actually saw him at Gold Rush one night.
Good time. Like, good kid. Like, good kid on.
You know Gold Rush? I was like,
course.
we're not even at 11. We're at Gold Rush.
I live in this city.
He yeah, I gotta fucking fix this.
That's just a funny place to see somebody.
Gold Rush,
Yeah.
Because I was like, I know why I'm here, but like, why are you?
Right. Well, I mean, we know why he was there. Why were you there?
No,
why were you there?
Yeah, wait a minute.
No, the boys brought sand to the beach. That's what they always say. I had beef with the strippers for a minute.
Why?
The boys brought sand to the beach.
Yeah.
You heard that? Why? She just tried to like. I was like trying to. I'm like, okay, I get the analogy, but whose sand were you?
No, I mean, I'm all their sand. No, I'm just like. No, that sounds really weird. No.
I thought I knew you by looking at your TikTok and everything.
No,
she's all their sand. All right.
I have like a good mix. Like I have like a good group of guy friends. Like I'm just like.
Are you a bro?
She is kind of.
I'm a mix. Like I'm like chill. Like I'm chill. But you know what I mean? Like I think I can hang out
with the boys.
With the boys.
You know
like
the meme with all the hot dogs.
I think
I'm chill. Like I don't have girls are too much drama, right?
No, I don't think that at all. Like I love the girls. You cannot replace girls over the boys all the time. But like you need male energy. Like and I can hang out with the guys. Like
I couldn't fucking hang out with girls all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know.
I
don't think that goes both ways.
That would it doesn't go
I couldn't
both ways.
hang out with girls all the time.
I think
I want to say I don't have like
girlfriends.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a little bit weird if you did.
People do though. Guys do.
I mean, I'm the girlfriend. That's why I beef with the strippers.
I guess. Wait, yeah, she's right. If she hangs out with all the boys, think about all those boys that she's the girlfriend.
Yeah.
But she's also one of the boys.
No, but they low-key want to fuck you.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the dynamic. Me being like, No, I think that's kind of the dynamic with like, unfortunately, there can be people who are, guys and girls.
If you have an attractive girlfriend, you want to fuck them.
Guys and girls can be friends, I think. Yeah. But I think it's up.
The guy,
I kind of have to draw the line. It's up to me. Like,
damn, I never even thought about it like that. Girls and guys can be friends. It's up to the girl.
I'm pretty strict. I don't let a lot of people in. So, and like I draw the line. Like there's certain, like don't say that to me. Like,
at least you're not dumb about it though, because at least there's that tension somewhere in the relationship.
There's not really.
And you know how to kind of channel it, tone it.
My move to know that like you're all in the friend zone. I'll talk about a guy in front of them, and then they'll know. I'm like, because I'm not talking about a guy that I'm like dating or seeing or doing something with in front of somebody I'm interested in, because that's a turnoff. So, yeah, like whatever. I like will go to the guys. We're like, do you want to come out with us to the strip club? We want to see Nikki like shake whatever. I'm like, okay, like the girls.
I like how you did the bro.
We want to see Nikki shake.
I like how you did the bro voice.
They want to like.
They want to see Nikki shake what?
No, not me. I guess they want to see the girls like shake their ass on me, and they think it's funny. Like they think it'd be fun, like whatever. So I was like, okay, cool, like I'll come. And like one of my guy friends was kind of like, he's gonna kill me. No, whatever. He was like with one of the strippers, and they see the same strippers all the time. Like they see the guys come in.
What do you mean with the
three
stripper?
strippers? Like it's like he goes in, that's his stripper, and she like has a crush on him, and like all the boys have like their designated stripper, and like if any other strippers came to the table, like the girls would have beef with the other.
Or not even?
No, they're just normal. No, they're not. You met one yesterday. They're not ugly. Like whatever. But
what's a normal guy?
But then when I come to the strip club, the strippers are tight now. They're like, who's this bitch? And they weren't giving me water. I was like, bitch, like I need fucking water. They're drinking water at the table. One girl's crying. I'm like, are you
stripper?
Yes, he's like talking to her. Yes.
But it's not like you're stealing business from them. Like what the fuck?
Maybe.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, the guys are there, right? They're not gonna pay less because you're there.
No.
I don't understand what that seems like a chemical imbalance.
I mean,
girls.
I think it comes down to like strippers are girls too. Strippers are girls too. Like they get their feelings hurt. And I was like, listen, I don't want any of these men because I want to be at the strip club with them.
That's crazy. I never thought about that. This seems really complicated. Guys just want to go to the strip club and like
I don't
throw
even
cash.
Well, that's why I was like, this isn't even fun anymore because like the same strippers are coming over and like the strippers are getting mad if other strippers come to the table.
Very political.
So I'm like,
sounds
very
very
political. I was like, we need to hit a different strip club and like we need a fresh start.
Well, I don't even love the strip club.
There's so many here to pick from. So
I mean,
do you like the strip club?
11.
Yeah.
You like the strip club?
11 is my favorite.
Is that a strip club?
It's technically an ultra club.
It definitely is a strip club. There's fucking 200
True.
strippers in there. Like there's 200 strippers in there. There's definitely a strip club, but it is different. It's not like your standard like a pole stage, like a couple of them. You're sitting there like all creepy guys are like
it's
looking.
A show.
It's a show.
It's like it's a that's like a crazy nightclub that happens to have strippers.
I will say
I don't like them there. I think I would like 11 better if they weren't there.
Every single time.
I swear to God, I would.
Just a normal club.
Every single time I've gone to 11, I've almost gotten kicked out.
Really? Why?
Just 11.
Anything.
You be touching too much?
You take your phone too high. You fucking touch someone the wrong way.
Yeah, well, sometimes you start
you're wearing the wrong clothes, bro.
Sometimes you start to record, and sometimes they let you record, and sometimes they don't let you record, depending on what it is. So you'll get like a big security guy come right behind you and like put hands on you and like snatch your phone or something. Yeah, I've gotten a little rough before.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
And then what?
Like a love tap. A nice love tap.
Oh, but they didn't toss you.
No, but the stripper, she turned around real quick and got in my face. She was like, "Hey!" And then that's when two security guys came from behind me and was like, "Ooh!" I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." So I right there, I like gave her cash. I was like making sure everybody was watching. I was like, "It's fine. And she was like,
"I paid for it."
She was like, and she forgot about it like 2 minutes later.
Of course, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
every single time, I'm telling you, without fail, come with me and you'll see. I swear.
We're just waiting to see you. Like,
swear.
Bro, just know whatever happened, like. Some weird motherfucker. It's 11, bro. Some weird motherfucker was in there doing 10 times worse. Always.
Yeah, it's true.
No, I don't like the strip club.
The last time
they're aggressive, they're mean. Like I don't give them money. Yeah.
The last time I was at 11,
they are right. You think
they'll like slip their. I feel like the girls there, they will like literally take your wallet out of your pocket. Like they've done that to my friends.
They come up to me, grab me, like pull whatever I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Like. All right, come on, private room. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm sorry.
It's almost like
I'm
Colombia.
Good. Then they're like this.
What do you know about that? Why are you laughing?
Colombia, because that's funny.
Okay, all right.
Nah, what do I know?
I don't know. I thought
that?
you like been or something. Like
No, I do want to go to Colombia.
I mean, you do hang out with a lot of guy friends.
No,
do the guy friends go to Colombia?
Once you tell the strippers no,
so you know,
they get aggressive and they fucking
they get offended.
Like
you
that.
Can't wear
like you just wasted their time. Yeah,
they're like, and it's like,
they're all foreign too.
At the same time, it makes sense. Like you're at the strip club. What are you at the strip club for? You don't want to see strippers. Like, what am I doing there?
Yeah.
They do try to rope you into those private rooms though.
They do.
They're
I
good
think
about
11
that.
has one of the most intimate experiences if there's a performer. It's really fucking cool.
Oh, yeah, because the stage and I was like, intimate.
I was with you, yeah.
Have you been in the private room?
I have not. I've never gotten suckered.
I've never been in the private
rooms
at 11.
My cousin has, though, and they tried to rope him for like $600.
I've been in the private room.
Really?
How much is a private room?
I didn't pay for it. My guy friends were like, it's so funny. Like, we're going to make Nicole in the private room.
Like for a lap, like $20 for a lap dance?
I want to hang out with your friends.
No, I was in the back.
You were in the back.
I was in the back.
Oh, how do we get on a stripper talk?
Yeah,
because she likes to go to the strip club with the boys.
No, because the boys, whatever.
You're right. So speaking of the boys, though, they go to Colombia. Have you ever been?
I haven't been, but I do want to go.
Do you think, have they ever invited you because you're like one of the
Yeah, they
pros?
actually have.
Really?
Yeah.
And you haven't gone?
No.
You don't bring girls to. That's literally bringing sand to the beach. Like you bring sand to the beach at booby trap, like sand to the beach.
I'd be like, you boys do your thing. Like I'm gonna go do something. Like I'm gonna learn how to cook. Like I don't know.
Right. Food.
Like I'm more fair for the culture. They're a different culture. You know, whatever culture they want to indulge in.
Do you want to come with me?
Yeah.
Let's go.
You think prostitution should be legal?
No.
Why?
Well, I think no. I don't know. I just feel like it shouldn't.
What do you think?
Be legal.
I don't know. It happens all the time anyways. I don't know. I feel like it's weed, right? Just make weed legal. And
I think it probably
it's not
going to
be a big deal.
But I guess like I've never really. Have you seen like a girl like working the corner before? Like it's a little.
Which corner? We just came to Colombia. Like yes.
Which corner?
Oh, I don't know. I've seen it in like L.A.
Course.
Like I saw a girl
Miami everywhere
like walking and I will never forget it was like there was a construction site and this girl was like crossing the street. She had like a little skirt on, like a little like white tank top, like just boobies, whatever, and like the skirt like was riding up, like you could see like pretty much everything. And she walked by this construction site and she got like the guy's attention and everything, and they were like whistling and like all this stuff. She started like hiking her like thing up all the way, like she was literally like ass naked walking across the street.
This sounds like a fucking scene out of a cartoon.
No, and I was like, no, I literally was like, is this really happening right now? These guys were just like all like peeking over, and I'm like, that made me feel really icky. Like I don't, so I don't think prostitution should be legal. No.
Interesting.
Seeing that was like, I was like, that could
all right,
be my
so
daughter.
Now let me ask you, picture that scene, a legal thing like a store instead of her walking around on the street.
Isn't that a thing in like
Amsterdam or
anywhere,
something like that? There's like windows.
Yeah, there's windows
everywhere.
Yeah, no, but literally.
So I was watching
windows
everywhere.
So like, she's consenting, right?
I mean, yes, yeah.
She's
she hiked up that skirt.
She's consenting.
But I think it's really like I think if you're doing that, like you're in a bad place of your life.
Well, imagine there's people being forced to do that. There's women being forced to do that. Like
that's
if
trafficking.
If you legalize it,
it sounds bad when you call it human trafficking.
It does.
It just sounds
not great. Yeah, that is.
Like being a pimp is human trafficking.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just sounds bad.
That's
it takes
crazy.
the fun out of it.
I don't know. The reason
like,
why I
pimp
bring
sounds cool.
no.
Yeah,
The reason why
you
I
say
bring
human
this up,
trafficking, it makes it sound really serious.
The reason why I bring this up is
Heavy.
because I want
you know.
But Joe Rogan was saying, so they ran an experiment, and with a bunch of chimps. And they went through weeks and weeks of teaching them how money worked, pretty much. Like it was like these coins, whatever color they were. Like they gave the chimps these coins. Coin would be traded for some type of food. So they learned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Positive like reinforcement.
Yep. Within a couple weeks, all the male chimps were giving all their chips to the female chimps to have sex with them. Oh. And the female chimps were rich, eating a lot of food, and the male chimps were going hungry because they valued that over. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
So,
I mean that explains a lot.
if you go back to if you go back to us like being like that's kind of it's like human nature. It's almost like first thing you do when you learn how money works.
Yeah.
Like, pass food and what, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Just to reproduce, though. I think that's like what they want.
No,
it was for fun.
Not.
Just for fun.
It was for fun.
Do chimps fuck for fun?
You know what I was talking about when he said that?
I know exactly what you were talking about. Yeah.
I'm not the only freak that watched that one?
No.
I used to,
it was for fun. It was not for procreation. It was just.
Yeah,
I mean, you think about like the mind of a chimp, like.
Think about the mind of a guy.
Pretty much the mind of a chimp.
Same shit.
This explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why guys do anything.
So is it so bad? Should we just legalize it?
I think, No, I don't think we should legalize it. Okay. But, yeah. I think, like...
It's kind of legal in Vegas, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about at the core of it all, like, you're going on a date with a guy who's paying for it.
I'm saying...
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm getting at.
It happens all the time.
If you make it legal, then you have people STD tested. Yeah. Then you have it regulated. Women are safe because it's a company. You know what I mean? You're going with them. You're coming back. Like, it's not just a woman on the street. Fucking... They die. They get killed and shit. Like, make it more regulated. Make sure people are kind of sober. They're making good money. Tax it. Like, everyone's clean. Like...
Yeah. Okay. I mean... I don't know enough about that industry to really, but you made it sound good.
Well, no, I'm saying instead of because
it's a legit conversation to have at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it has to be obviously completely consensual. Like people are getting forced to do it now because it's illegal.
Right. Not human trafficking.
Yeah.
It's not going to be human trafficking.
Right.
It's going to be a legit business. Yeah. Like weed. Look at weed.
I was gonna say then you
can buy weed at any store on any corner in Miami.
I think weed's even fucking like 10 levels down from prostitution.
I
like
mean,
weed is like holy fuck. Like if you're still caught up on that,
you know what I mean though. That's what I mean. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Put it on the docket, Congress, or whoever's in charge of that.
Yeah, I hope this gets.
You don't have to. You don't have to participate.
No.
Yeah, nobody's forcing you to do it.
No one's forcing.
Especially now that it's legal.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as OnlyFans.
No LA story. You don't have one LA story that
I didn't really like
sticks out.
I mean, I like to say I think I stick true to like myself. I don't get lost in like all that stuff. So
like no nights out, seeing Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, I've been out. I've seen people, but I just like I don't know. I don't.
You regulate yourself.
It is cool. LA's cool. I will say I can't speak for you, but I will say I love it here more than anywhere else.
Yeah.
Anywhere else I would live would be there. I couldn't live in New York.
No, I did New York. It
would have to be LA. If someone was like, Joey, I'm gonna shoot you in the head if you can't live in Miami.
Yeah.
Go to
No,
LA.
I get that. Yeah. I liked where I was, but it's just like at the end of the day, Miami makes me happiest. So I'm here.
And you're back. When do you officially move back?
End of the month. I'm still looking for an apartment. So.
And now you're gonna in Brickell?
Yeah.
You're gonna shoot your podcast in Miami?
Yeah.
Maybe at Lost and Found?
Maybe here. Who knows? I like the setup.
This might be the new hot fucking podcast location.
I know.
I might have just fucking.
I know.
I might have just made you guys fucking.
Pop out.
We got a day of the week going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
What day is it today? Oh, it's Tuesday. My day. You're me.
No, you can't steal my day.
I don't know, Mitch. You got anything? What do you think?
What up? Let me look.
You have
you didn't even talk about your vintage piece you had on, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sick.
Yo, shout out
Holy
to, speaking
shit.
of Lost and Found, shout out to Lost and Found here in Miami, your #1 source for apparel and vintage clothing items. This beautiful thread comes from the year 1998. It's 1 year older than I am, or 1 year younger than I am, sorry. And this is actually a vintage Supreme, right? There you go. Vintage Supreme, one of the OG threads from that company from 1998.
How'd they keep that so clean?
Brand started in 94. That's only 4 years in before they were even popping.
4 years in.
That's crazy.
And you can acquire this piece too if you just come to Lost and Found. Check them out on
Lost
Instagram.
and Found. They have more pieces like that.
They have so many more pieces like this. I wish we could show the shop. We'll put a picture up maybe.
Follow me on TikTok.
They'll see the fucking shop.
So much.
Why,
going
Nikki,
on
making
here.
a TikTok?
Yeah, they styled me. Yeah.
At the Lost and Found?
They put together a sick outfit for me.
Yo, what do you know about?
Yeah. Don't pick that off. It's probably like vintage.
I was being gentle.
1993
Relax.
orange over there.
Do they come off easy? Can I pick it? I can pick it?
While he's picking oranges, I
Yeah.
just want to plug the Instagram. It's Lost and Found in Miami. Lost and Found Vintage. And you can get them
pass me one.
at lnf.vtg.
I've never dropped
on
anything in my
Instagram.
life.
Handpicked, always fresh.
Handpicked.
That's what I was trying to say. I didn't know what it was. Handpicked, always fresh. Here.
Mind of a chimp.
Yeah.
I'm over here trying to
Easily
plug this place.
entertained, and he's just. Yeah.
Orange is my favorite color.
Is it?
Orange.
Oh, he caught it. Oh, yo, that was lit. I wish we saw that.
Yeah, right?
What's the next move here in Miami? Do you think that you can ground yourself here?
Yeah, I
Just
want to.
be-
Now that I got LA to my system, I'm like so ready to like nest and like build my career here, and like I want to be like the big fish in a small pond type of thing. I want to walk in like Miami Swim Week. I want to like create like a swimwear brand. Like I feel like LA gave me the push to like, I've never been the type to be like, what's my 5-year plan?
Right.
Now I'm like, I need a 5-year plan. Like,
I can't do that.
like,
That's stressing me out. 5 years. That
but
seems like a
I
half
want
my
to make
life.
sure I'm staying on like the right track, because even like as I came back to Miami, like one of my guy friends was even like, so you want to do OnlyFans again? And I have to be like, no, like that's not why I came back. That's not what I want to do. Like,
Make some money.
see, like even if it's like,
Stop.
like
Joey. She's trying to like. She's trying to do something
I
here.
know.
I'm like,
no, like yeah, I'm
I'm
ready.
over here like legalized prostitution.
yeah, right. Like what's going on?
Go back to
Like,
OnlyFans.
you're like the devil on my shoulder.
You should just
like,
be a prostitute.
Like money.
so how do you view like the girls, like when you're talking to a girl and she has an OnlyFans, do you look at her differently? Like,
there's different levels of it. You're fucking and sucking dick on OnlyFans. That's crazy.
I mean, you're just a porn star then.
You take tasteful, like, lingerie, swimsuit shit show. Like, I don't know,
but like, how would you feel about having a girlfriend who had an OnlyFans, even if it's lingerie? Like, you see some of these messages from these guys coming in. It's like, ugh.
No, I mean, I think that's the line. I think is the nudity part.
I think that makes a difference. Like, if she's posing and doing videos of herself, like, not going too crazy, like, and she's making good money, I think the same way I think about it, like, no brainer. You can't be fucking other people. And then it goes to the question, like, would you fuck, like, if you were dating someone, like, you two doing it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know people who have done that too.
That's definitely more I couldn't physically possibly date a girl who was, like, fucking other people for OnlyFans. Like, that's crazy. I couldn't date a porn.
Normal.
Yeah.
Pretty standard.
But dating, I don't know. But
how about a girl with a sugar daddy? That's pretty normal.
Well, what are they doing for the sugar daddy?
Like, the sugar daddy, like, takes her out on a date, gives her, like, money.
We know about sugar daddies.
No.
I had a sugar daddy.
But you weren't dating somebody at the same time.
Wait, so how did your
Actually, the first day we met, I had a date with my sugar daddy that night.
Whoa. See, she's making me look like fucking.
No, he knew that. I told you that too, because you were like, "Where are you going after this?" I was like, "I'm going with my sugar daddy." No, like
So how'd you meet?
So when I moved to Miami, like, I had no job, no friends. Like, I was staying at one of my guy friends' apartments who wasn't there, who was like, hold down the fort, and I was like trying to figure out. And I think, like, at that point, it's either have a sugar daddy, have an OnlyFans. Like, how am I gonna make money while I'm building my career? Like, in Miami, it's like, those are my two options.
Bottle girl.
But I don't like staying up late. Like,
to be honest, that's less money.
I like to stay inside.
You do all of them. You have multiple streams of revenue.
And, like,
wait, so how'd you meet him?
So I met him on, like, what's the site?
There's a site for it, isn't it?
It's
I don't know what it's called.
Seeking Arrangements.
I didn't even know.
And like, there had been some guys on there who
every girl in LA is on that shit.
Like, I'm like, there had been some guys on there that I was like, but this guy was like 34. He like DM me. He seemed like pretty normal. He wasn't like a bad looking guy. Like, he was just whatever. And he was like, hey, like, do you want to grab brunch? I think we went to like Crema or something, like, the first time we met. And like, he was just like, he seemed like more of like a mentor standpoint. And like, I told him that. He was like, what are your goals? What are your dreams? Like, I like want to help facilitate that for you, because no one did that for me. And he was like, he had, he had a good company, good whatever. And whatever, I don't know what the fuck he did. He gave me my first crypto. But he gave me Bitcoin.
Wait, which one?
Oh
shit!
Yeah,
you don't have a Bitcoin.
That matters.
Yeah.
You have one Bitcoin.
I have ETH. I have Bitcoin.
No, but you don't have a full Bitcoin.
I haven't opened it.
How much
I have
is a full
Wild World.
Wow, 30-something thousand.
40 grand.
I don't know.
High 30s
I
right
think
now.
it was like, I haven't looked because I'm scared at like what my money looks like in there. But
I'll give you crypto, but it's not.
But the first time I met him, then he was like, "Do you want to go shopping?" And I was like, "Yeah." He took me to Design District. You know my like Chanel blue like sweatsuit. I feel like you know which one I'm talking about. And you were like, "Where'd you get that?" I was like, "The first hour I met my sugar daddy, he like Venmo'd me $2,000 and like bought me that sweatsuit, which was probably like, I think that was like $1,000. Yeah. And I was like, this is the life. So then I was like, I told him, I was like, he was like, I don't want to force you into anything. And I was like, yeah, like, I mean, if it like, I was trying to be like, if it naturally happens, like, whatever, like, if I grow feelings for you type of thing, like, maybe I'll like kiss you. And he took me on like a few dates. He like, gave me, I got a good amount of money out of him. But when it came to the point where he was starting to feel like, I want to like spend more time with you and I want you to like come over, I was like, no. And then he started to get a little like angry. He was not like angry, but just kind of being like, I expected more out of this. If I'm putting, if I'm giving you more money, I expect more. And I was like, well, I want you to give me more money and expect less. So I just had to cut that off. So it didn't last very long, but I did have a little sugar baby era. I
just made a profile.
Oh, on Seeking Arrangements?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're gonna be a hit.
I don't know why. I have no idea what I'm doing here.
Wait, you just made a Seeking Arrangement?
That's what you were all quiet for?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he's doing something important.
I was just so interested because I did hear about that before. Like,
is it an app? You got an app?
So you can.
Just on the website,
so the guys are verified, and you can see like who's like a diamond member, and they have to make a certain amount of money per year. I'm like, I'm not fucking around with no guy who's making like under 300K.
Yeah.
Like, how much are you gonna pay me?
I don't think I'm a diamond member.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is there like a lesser stone that I can be?
You're
maybe.
a platinum
Yeah, but then
member.
none of the
I'm a
girls
platinum?
want you. The girls in Miami are expensive.
Well, maybe I'll be the sugar baby.
Yeah.
Wait, does it
Oh,
go?
yeah,
does
you
it go
could be
both
the
ways?
sugar baby.
Like women are on there who could be my sugar mama?
Yes.
That's like a fucking unicorn, bro.
No, there are. I would love a sugar mama.
You think if anyone
rather
found a
go.
sugar mama,
You would
you
definitely
think I'd have my metal detector out for a sugar mama? Fucking.
Well, when I finish
That's a
this,
unicorn, bro.
I'll get
Maybe
back
I need to make
you.
one of those.
I'll get back to you guys when I
Yeah,
figure this
update
out.
us next Tuesday.
I definitely
Yeah,
will.
for a
The
sugar
guest
mama?
is your sugar mama.
I'm gonna send you a quick video clip. You put
Let's
it on
see who
the
can find
girl
a sugar
therapy.
mama first. I bet you I win.
Oh, you're competing too?
Yeah.
You can get a sugar mama first.
Yeah.
Like an older woman that wants like a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
She's like been like, and she's divorced 3 times. Like she hates
She's
men.
done.
Like
she wants
yeah.
young wiener.
No,
Opposite
she
of
hates
Selena.
men.
Just
you
done
know?
with dick.
Yeah, she hates wiener. She's not about
She
That's
wants
not a bad
Nikki.
idea for
She
an
wants
app.
Nikki.
An app called
Hate Wiener?
Done with Dick.
done with dick.
Yeah, it'll just be old rich lesbians and
What?
that's it.
I
They're
love
just
that they're
just
rich.
women who are
young
done with dick.
lesbians.
And
Or
they're
young lesbians.
done with dick. Yeah,
Done
I guess
with
so.
dick.
You
Done-
can be young lesbian. You can
I
be
guess
young
so.
quick.
I want to make merch that says "done with dick."
Done with dick.
That's funny.
What?
Why did you point at me? Like,
Is this the girl therapy like merch?
done with dick?
Done with dick.
Could be. Could be. I was thinking of making merch with, so like all my guys
Girls are
who
all
I've ever,
about that. Like
all my
fucking-
guys who I've ever gone out with, I give like a nickname to. And I was thinking of making merch where I had like all like a roster almost, like all their names and like crossed out or like whatever, like which ones, you know.
People are gonna think that you fucked them though.
No, they know I did it.
Yeah,
No,
Liz,
but
I
pe-
know
like,
my truth.
No, but people in public.
No.
I know
Yeah.
my
Oh, like
truth.
cross them off my list.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. If I saw that, that's exactly what I would think.
No, but it would be like someone sees the name Pineapple crossed out. You're like, oh, she fucked Pineapple.
I don't. Well, that makes me think that you were like a swinger. That's why I was wondering why you chose Pineapple for his nickname.
Do you want to know why it came
Because
about?
he's a swinger.
It was because I was on live one day
I'm a swinger.
and I was like talking about something and I was like, guys, I like need a nickname, and someone was like, I'm eating pineapple right now. And I was like, perfect, pineapple.
It's hot.
Thus, Pineapple was born.
Now you just violated. Now the world knows I'm pineapple.
No, a lot of girls have pineapples. That's like the code word for like a.
I thought that's like the safe
For
word.
swingers.
No, for swingers is the upside down pineapple.
Still a pineapple.
Is it?
But girls who are named men, like,
What
do
does that
guys
mean?
do you guys have nicknames for like girls?
Nah,
Is
I'd
that
be
just a
like,
girl
I'd be
thing?
like Nikki.
Yeah, I'll just say the name.
I don't rant about girls
Like,
online.
you
so
know,
I
like,
don't
oh,
need-
like strawberry. Yeah, no.
I only talk to my boys about that, so I just say the real.
Do you guys talk about girls to each other?
Um,
You guys like talk like, yo, it's Nikki.
Not
it's you.
really. I
Like,
don't.
Yeah.
I'm pretty private about that shit.
I think it depends how deep into that relationship you are, or how you feel about them.
Right.
I think the less you talk about them, the more serious you are.
I think
about
my
them.
friends know when I'm
How much
when,
you talk
like
about-
somebody when somebody
He talks about you all the time.
Ferry was like Ferry this morning. Nikki's such a nice girl.
I love Ferry. He's so cute. Ferry's like been there like the whole time. He sees
He's still
everything.
dating his girlfriend. They're like 2 years deep.
I know they've been together a while. Yeah.
Maybe more than 2 years, honestly.
Do you think it's hard to find a relationship in Miami because it's Miami, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sorry, that was strong. But it's true.
Do you have
yeah.
any like horror stories?
Not like.
I don't like
You
trying to
don't
date Miami.
date.
I was gonna say I don't try to date Miami. It's proactive.
It's just so like I feel like all the girls here are the same.
Really?
They're just all like this typical Brickle girl. A lot of them are like Colombian and they're cute, but they come here to find out that they're hot, and then they get like this attitude.
What do you mean
Yeah.
find out that you're hot?
Every girl in Colombia is beautiful.
No, it
No,
doesn't
I
even
get
have to be
that, but,
Colombia.
like-
I think when girls like attractive girls move to Miami,
Brick
people
guys with money
specifically,
that throw money at them.
they figure it like it clicks in their head. They go, oh,
No,
I'm
I
attractive.
think you come
like,
to
girls think
Miami
I'm
and you're
attractive.
humbled. I can sit in a room
No.
and like everybody's hot.
No.
Like,
yeah, that is true.
No.
like I'm going to
On
Alabama.
average-
I'm gonna
well,
feel
see,
like
look, this is
No.
coming from a
Okay, I don't want
Florida
no
guy.
shade to
This is
Alabama.
from a Florida guy. He
That's what
doesn't
I'm saying.
know.
Okay.
So up north, not everyone's fucking
We talked about this yesterday.
Attractive?
attractive and in shape.
I'm aware of that.
No, like there's nowhere else. Like I'm like in Brooklyn. I'm like everybody is a 10.
yeah.
Like everybedy's hot.
Bro, if you're in
But I like
shape
being
and
around
have a
hot
if
people.
you
I don't
have-
want to be around not
If
hot
you have
people.
clear skin and tan and like in shape in Pittsburgh, you're like top 1%.
But those,
Like where are you getting that tan from?
all of these tens that you're
cloudy.
seeing running around, jogging around Brickell,
Yeah.
those are just the ones that you see.
Right.
There's disgusting people who live in Miami. They just live in the shadows.
They don't leave their house.
Yeah. I'm just saying there are ugly people in Miami. We just don't see them.
They just come
but
out
that's
at
the
night.
thing. The girls
the
girls that move to Miami, it clicks in their head and they go, "Oh, I'm attractive here." You know what I mean? And then they get this attitude like I'm
get
better.
after it.
I'm better.
But I think
I'm better
like,
than you.
but then I don't. Well, that's just like a bad attitude to have in general.
Yeah,
as a girl.
but I feel like it's so
ew.
typical here in Miami.
Yeah. No, but then I
All
also
these
think you're
stuck-up
humbled
girls.
so fast because the guys are like, okay, I could go find like 10 of you. You know, it's like
But then the girls are like, I could go find 10 dudes that have money in Miami.
true, but
I don't know. Dating here sucks.
Money's a key.
I
Girls
think
just
dating
care about
anywhere
money,
sucks.
right?
No.
I want to go meet a nice. I want to go meet a nice Iowa girl.
No.
Nice girl from like
I
Idaho.
don't care about money, but I think I do care about a guy who has a passion and is like has goals and dreams and like, you know, is secure financially. It's not attractive if he's like not.
Like,
Yeah.
Even if they're ugly.
Even if they're ugly, what?
no, they need to be good looking and do all that.
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't mention that.
Oh
You
my
didn't
God,
mention that
that's
part.
insane.
I said that's the part that the girls always leave out. I just want a guy who has ambitions and passionate
Whoa,
about
I didn't
something.
say I just want a guy who has passion.
Not you, just in general.
No,
When
he's
girls
talking
are like,
about
"Why
you.
is it so hard to meet a guy? I just want somebody who's passionate." And there's so many of that.
I think
but you just forget to mention that. Oh, they have to be a 10.
Guys are so quick to jump down a girl's throat and be like, "Oh, like you're so focused on like what someone looks like or whatever." Like, and it's like no.
But guys are too.
No, I know, but guys don't get hate for that.
For what?
For like wanting a certain type of girl. I feel like guys will be like, "Oh, you're so."
I think
like,
the most acceptable thing is when like girls are like 6 foot. Like I need a guy that's
I say
6
that all
foot.
the time, and I get hate all the
Yeah,
time for
well,
it.
That's just as much as saying I need a girl that has a fat booty.
No, that's fine.
I'm saying it's the same thing.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's just like a preference. Like I have a preference. And it's like
Everybody does. I don't think there's anything wrong
no,
with
but you
that.
know it's so crazy. I'll be like,
I know exactly
if-
the kind of girl you're talking about, though.
What?
They're all kind of shaped the same too, who have that like must be 6 foot, must make
Yeah.
over 250K, must do this, that,
Like,
and the
that's
other,
why-
and they just look like Humpty Dumpty.
Like for you to even say, like even if you think that, for you to voice that
I get it's a
opinion, like, you know
preference.
what I mean? Like
I get it's a
we all have our
preference,
little
but
things, but like
but to make it this requirement, like I have these super high standards.
Yeah.
that
that's what
I'm-
you know. What like at the end of the day, if that girl meets somebody who she really likes and he doesn't maybe check 1 or 2 things off, like
but then they might
girls
write
are
it all
more-
off. They might
They
write,
might
it, all
write
off.
it all off. Yeah.
I think girls are
More
more
often than not, I would
likely
say they
to
would
be
write it all off instead of being like, well, he checks off all the other, but like they'd be like, oh, he's not 6 foot. I can't even think about it.
Oh no, I was saying the opposite. I think like girls can have this
Galen's looking at me.
girls can have like this checklist, but then at the end of the day, if you meet a guy who makes you feel like secure and you really like you're gonna overlook some things. Like he's probably a little bit ugly, like, and you're like
Everyone's a little
convincing
bit
your
ugly.
yeah, everyone's if you look at them for too long. But like,
True, dead ass.
I dead ass will like look at people too long, and I'm like, oh my god, you're ugly.
You've been staring at me
I
all
look at
night.
myself.
I'm just saying.
I look at myself too much, and I'm like, oh.
Now
yeah,
I feel
sometimes
weird.
I'm like I look weird.
We've been making eye contact with each other all night.
Yeah.
This was empowerment.
What did you just say?
I hate
This
that
was
word.
empowerment.
This was empowerment.
And LA for you wasn't giving, and it wasn't you.
It wasn't me.
And it definitely wasn't giving.
No.
So
What do you
maybe
think?
you'll find it here in Miami.
Find what here in Miami?
Giving.
Maybe Miami will
No.
give.
Something
I
that gives
already
to
know
you?
that I love Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
I admire the spirit of like, what's it called?
What?
Just like your willpower.
My willpower.
Well, not everybody can move to Miami and be like that
Like the courage.
disciplined,
Oh.
and you know what I mean.
Okay.
A lot of people move to Miami and just
It's good.
lose their
I think
shit.
we like the same things about Miami. We're not crazy about the nightlife.
Yeah,
it's
you don't
like,
like go out that much.
It's like a people think I go out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I just post when I go out, so it looks like I don't post when I'm fucking
Yeah.
hitting the bong, sitting in my living room watching Monday Night Football.
That would be sad. I'd be like, okay, we're getting worried.
Yeah.
No, I think like I'll be like, I hate clubs, and people are like, why do you live in Miami? I'm like,
There's so
Miami has
like
so
the,
much.
the
other
club's the
things
worst
to do.
part.
It's the
like,
worst part. I wish there was more lounges.
That's how I feel
but-
about Colombia.
What?
Club's the worst
Ever-
part. I agree.
No, no, no.
Oh.
No, everybody thinks you just go there for
Oh,
sex.
for
but
sex.
Oh,
there's
no.
so
I was
much-
He's
opposite
like
way.
the
That's so
culture.
crazy, man. I was on a completely different wave.
I know,
right
I
there. I was
know.
like, dude, the club's like,
No,
it's
I
for
know
the girls.
The clubs are amazing. I know the clubs are amazing. But
Yeah.
there's so much more to offer.
God,
Yeah.
And
7
but
o'clock.
the same thing here in Miami. There's so much. You just have to know what it is. You have to go find it.
Yeah.
If you are leaving 11 at 5 a.m. every morning, you're not gonna find that.
I'm not finding my man or
You
anything
might be
in the
finding
club
big
at 5
booty
a.m.
bitches at 11 and
You
5 in the morning.
Absolutely will.
Little
We'll-
booty bitches.
We'll go.
All
though.
booty bitches.
We'll go though.
We should do a
Let us know
podcast
when you
from
move.
11.
All right, what are you thinking? We rapping? I kind of got
Yeah,
pee.
I think so.
Anything else you got to get off your chest?
No,
guys?
I
Plug
feel
it.
like I said too much.
Good.
Plug the podcast for the people. Plug the podcast.
Oh yeah, my podcast is Girl Therapy. Every Tuesday, new episode.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, and we just sit and we have a conversation, real life shit.
All right.
I can't wait to see the next episode. I'm really excited.
Nikki, thank you.
Thanks
Maybe
so
I
much.
might be one of the next guests.
Yeah, he's gonna be the next guest.
Oh, am I the next guest?
You're gonna be the
All
next
right, I'm
guest with my
scheduled.
best
Pencil
friend.
me in.
So.
I might not watch.
You're gonna
Thank
be
you
there.
for joining us.
You can
Lost
be there.
and found.
You're listening to Joey Joy Radio.